I'm joined here by Nigel Short. Nigel, you are here as a player and you're going to fight it out in a very exciting match against a young Indian talent, Raunak Sadhwani. You've played so many matches in your life, so many tournaments. How is your feeling right now?
I've come here with a totally different attitude because I really, and it's no exaggeration, I am more or less retired. So since I got my job last September in FIDE as the director for chess development, it's a full-time job. So I actually have to ask for time off to play here. It's the first time I've played since October. So I spoke to my boss Dana. I said, can I play? She said, if you play well. So I have to play well now. It's like I have no choice.
It's like you're on your job still.
That's it. You know, if I play well, then yes, of course you can. So I'll try my best. But no, really, you know, my wife said a few words to me on this, and she said, just take it easy. And I said, that's exactly how I feel. I feel no expectations at all. I'm very, very rusty. You know, if I don't get completely humiliated, it will be fine, and I'm happy to exercise my fingers just to remind myself I used to be a chess player once upon a time. You know.
What are your feelings about your opponent, Raunak?
Yeah.
I think you've trained him, that's what they said.
Trained him is a bit of an exaggeration. We've actually had some training session together. I wouldn't read too much into that. Yeah, but so I've got some, from that I got some sort of an idea of how he's thinking about the game. Obviously it's a few years ago, and at this age players they develop fast, but yeah, I do have some sort of impression on how he is thinking on the game, on his strengths, and hopefully I can find some weaknesses as well somewhere, but really no expectations for me. And you know, I've spoken about this before, but in general I'm always very happy to come to India. People are generally very, very warm and welcoming here. So, and of course they're chess lovers, and that makes it a pleasure to be here. It's one of those places I get good vibes. So yeah, we'll see how the match goes. I think in the Blitz, I've got no chance at all. I'll see what I can do in the other classical rapid. Rapid is still slow enough, but Blitz, I think I've got no chance at all.
You know, for people who are viewers and who have been following chess, they feel like someone who has played at the highest level, a player like yourself who has all the experience, just needs to get back into the flow of things and things will click back because you've faced it all. Well, do you agree with it, or?
Up to a point, you know, I honestly think that my energy is not where it was. I think since, you know, about a year and a half ago I had COVID quite seriously, and I was hospitalized.
Yes.
Number of days, 5 days on oxygen and I don't think my health has recovered. Obviously I'm not sort of dying you know, at the moment, but it doesn't come back exactly where it was. So that is something that I feel. So that is one issue as well, and it's sort of general rust. But also the game changes, it advances. If I may use some sort of cricketing analogy, I mean, if you look at the great players of the past, I mean, say a Sunil Gavaskar, he would be utterly hopeless in the IPL. Now, wouldn't have a clue what to do, because in fact the skills develop. You have these players. I mean, I was watching the first time, like Jaiswal, for example. I mean, he was just smashing the ball all over the place. I mean, outrageous talent, and there are so many of them that the game changes. And what has changed with chess is the use of computers. So each year the engines are stronger and they're more powerful tools, and young players today, they've been brought up on this, and their tactical skills are higher. Their tactical skills are the game has advanced. I only partially agree with this idea that you get yourself back into it, but it's not the whole story. The game doesn't stay still.
And finally, I want to ask you, you've traveled so much. You said you have traveled 114 countries.
40.
40? Wow.
40.
140 countries.
Yeah, well, in fact, I haven't counted it. I think it's at least 140. I'll have to count it again. So 40. Yeah. I'll have to sit down. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's over 140.
And so, coming from you that you like India is really very special, because you've seen a lot of cultures. What is it about India that attracts you?
I think it's a lot of things. It's a vast country, and it's very varied, and you've got so many different languages, so many different. You've got different religions as well, and all of that. So you've got that mix, and so it is something exotic, and it's also something familiar, as a Brit with a shared history in the past. Some of the things is we're speaking to each other in English now, right. which is actually part of this. So it's this mixture of, as I say, this delightfully exotic and everything and familiar. So that's what I like. Sure, I love the food here. Sure, I love the cricket here. Yeah.
What's your favorite
like
food? Food dish.
Any particular dish? I just, in general, I think Indian is probably amongst my favourite cuisine. Is it absolutely first? I'm not sure, but it's it's right up there, and I love food, and I eat lots of different things. So I'm not suffering eating. I saw that one or two of these players in the IPL, they were complaining about having curry for breakfast. So you can give me curry for breakfast any day. I'll have it with pleasure, So there are so many things here. So yeah, great nation, and going on for greater things all the time. That's what I feel about it. So yeah, and don't forget, Britain we have a Hindu Prime Minister as well.
Yes, Rishi Sunak. Well, Nigel, thank you so much for your time, and wishing you all the best for the match.
Okay, thanks a lot.